Before we dive deep into the SAM model, we will now introduce two case studies. Just a high-level introduction. The detailed description of the case studies is an external link that we will share with you. Now, you will be asked to apply SAM on one of these case studies for the current version of the course. And as I mentioned, the two case studies, one of them is a scale-up with a strong security culture, and the second one is a business unit within a Fortune 500 company. So here is our first case study. It's a firm, a scale-up called TurboScale Solutions with 15 employees. Most of them are technical and only 5 sales/marketing employees. Security is in the company's DNA, so there are quite some practices in place. 50% of the tech team more or less has pen testing skills, so these are actually security people, but they are currently involved as engineers or devs. There is a strong company culture and training, continuous training going on. There is quite some tribal knowledge, although there are also quite some tools and documentation in place. In scope, there are 4 web applications written in Symfony PHP. One of them is single tenant, 3 are multi-tenant. They run Docker containers deployed in a private cloud. So the Docker containers are the applications are built into Docker containers. The source code is hosted with GitLab, and they leverage the GitLab's infrastructure to build the pipelines. Build and deploy pipelines. All logs are sent to Elastic Cloud. This is it's a very high level description. The details are found on this link, and the details are described in this form. So we have already somewhat prepared the observations by topic. So once we're looking at governance and you have to do the quiz, you will already see the observations that were filtered and synthesized, put in that topic. So based on these observations, you will have, as part of the quiz, the task to fill out the SAM assessment for TurboScale Solutions. The second case study is FortuneX Technologies. It has 20,000 employees worldwide, 8 business units, and security has become a #1 concern, which is not really surprising at all. There is funding and executive boards buy-in in this. There is a security champions program in place, and there is quite some investment in training, processes, and tools. In scope, there is one web application built on top of microservices in Java. Some of the components are containerized using AWS and Kubernetes on AWS. There are some legacy components which run on-prem in a data center, on-prem for the company, and you are leveraging communication via non-public APIs between these components. The source code is hosted with Bitbucket, and it's leveraging Bamboo for build and deploy pipelines. All logs are sent to a SIEM solution with 24/7 SOC team that monitors all of that. Now, again, here is the link for the full description of the FortuneX case study. As I've mentioned, in the current version of the course, this case study is still not used anywhere, but you can browse through it as an interesting link to look for. And feel free to do a SAM assessment for this as an additional task.